Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video for you guys is a TBR list. I have a lot of books on my TBR list, and then some of the books actually started. I just haven't been able to finish them, and it's just been very chaotic, and I'm gonna basically get into it. I'm gonna show you guys what has been on my TBR list for a while now. Haunting Adeline. Okay, this book has been on my TBR list for a year now. I did start it though, just haven't finished it. I just choose the worst times to pick this book up because I don't know why. Sometimes I choose to read it at like 12 or 1 a.m. I get scared, so I just never end up finishing and always putting it down. This has basically been on my TBR list for over a year now. I definitely want to start from the beginning and try to finish it within like a week or so. I feel like I just gotta pick this up in the morning or early afternoon, or just when it's not dark out. My goal is to finish it by the end of this month or like beginning of October. And also, if you guys are not into dark romance, I don't suggest this book. For me, I'm actually getting into dark romance. I low-key wish I didn't really start with this book, and that I feel like that's also another reason why it took me a while to finish, because I had to like get used to like a whole new genre, because dark romance is like, it can be very unhinged sometimes. Next thing that has been on my TBR for a while now, and I read a little bit of it. Honestly, I personally really like Twisted Love and Twisted Games, the first and two books of the Twisted series. I don't know, Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies does not interest me as much as Twisted Love and Twisted Games, but I heard some people say you just gotta keep reading and it gets better. I'm gonna attempt to finish this within like this month. I think I will have an easier time finishing this romance book than like the dark romance books, because Twisted Love and Twisted Games I finished within a day. Like, I did not put that book down. I have a feeling if I just get myself into the mood and just like devour this book, I can. I'm not too worried about Twisted Hate. And Twisted Lies is on my TBR list, but I do not know where I put the physical book at the moment. It's somewhere in my book cart or on my bookshelf, but I just wanted to show you guys Twisted Hate. This one I am on currently on chapter 6. The third book that's on my TBR that I did start reading, just haven't finished, Fourth Wing. I don't remember what chapter I'm on because I kind of lost the page, the actual page, because of my bookmark fell off, but I do have it like updated on my Kindle and GOODREADS. Basically, I do like this book a lot, but I'm still getting into fantasy, where fantasy does take me a while to finish compared to like romance and dark romance. So I'm reading it slower than the other genres that I typically read or a little bit more interested in. I'm just in the beginning as well, and I hope to finish this soon so I can read Iron Flame, and then also when the third book comes out next year, I believe. I already have it pre-ordered, so this is a book that I'm hoping to finish soon so I can start the next book. I want to read all the books that are on my bookshelf, but I did pick out certain books that I want to complete within this month to like beginning of October-ish. This selection. Now, this has been sitting on my bookshelf for God knows how long, like too long. I just think it's time that I start this series. I only have the first book. I did not buy the rest of the series because I personally don't know if I'll enjoy it or not. But I don't know. I heard a lot of good things about this selection and heard a little like controversial things about this selection. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try and we'll see how it goes. For 35 girls, selection is the chance of a lifetime. The opportunity to be swept up in a world of glittering gowns and priceless jewels, to live in a palace and compete for the heart of gorgeous Prince Maxon. But for the American singer, being selected is a nightmare. It means turning her back on her secret love, Aspen, who is a caste below her, and leaving her home to enter a fierce competition for a crown she doesn't want. Gradually, she begins to realize that the life she's always dreamed of may not compare to a future she never imagined. So that itself sounds really interesting to me, and I just don't know why. I think the reason why I got this because I saw it all over TikTok and I decided to get it, and it's just something I just haven't really want to pick up or read. But now I'm just forcing myself to read this now, and who knows, maybe I will enjoy it. It seems like a really small, easy read too, compared to Haunting Adeline, Twisted Love, and Fourth Wing, just because of how small the book is compared to those. Will I enjoy it as much as those three books? Maybe, maybe not, but we will find out. So this next book has been on my shelf for a hot minute now. The reason why I got this book, I believe, is because Stephanie Sue has talked about this before. I love Stephanie Sue and I trust everything that she recommends. I actually have a few books that I've listened to her talk about and then I loved it so much I actually had to go buy the physical book and reread it myself, and this is one of them. I think I've heard her talk about this book before, but I don't remember anything about it. But here's the thing, I actually think I listened to the first 2 chapters on audiobook, but I just think reading and listening is 2 completely different things. I've just been holding off because I personally am not a big fan of history, historical fiction, Greek mythology, all that stuff. I'm trying to get into it, but it's really hard because growing up I was never interested in like Greek mythology, history, but I want to broaden my genre taste. I feel like this is a book where you just gotta keep reading until it gets good, because I don't remember much of the first 2 chapters honestly, so I think I just need to continue reading and I just gotta suck it up and go through it, and maybe I personally think I will enjoy it afterwards I finish, because I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I haven't really heard anything bad about it, so there's a chance that I will like The Song of Achilles. The next book that's on my TBR is Flawless, and I've heard a lot about this series. I don't know what made me want to start this series. I'm gonna start it. I just actually bought this book like maybe 2 months ago, so it's just been sitting on my TBR, so I was like, you know what, why not start it, get off my TBR shelf, and then I can buy the next book. I've heard good and bad things about it. A lot of people are a fan of it, a lot of people aren't. I don't even know what genre this is. I have no opinion on this book at the moment, so we'll see if I like it or not. The next book that is on my TBR list, Keeping 13. I've heard a lot of good things about this series and I just haven't started yet, and I bought this like maybe, wait, Keeping 13 is the second book. Where's the first book? Give me a second.
A few moments later.
Guys, I found Twisted Lies. So this book has been on my TBR for like 2 months now and I just haven't read it yet, but this is Binding 13 and I've heard a lot of good things about this series, so I'm really excited to start it. I just haven't really picked up the books yet, so that's why I just haven't started at all. What's wrong with the pages?
12 seconds later.
Why is the book like this? It's like short at this end. I'm like, wait, is all their books like that? No. Did I get it from Amazon or Target? Like, the pages are definitely not supposed to be. It looks cut. Like someone cut it. Okay, I'm gonna look into this and maybe just exchange this book or get a new book, because that's ridiculous. So we're just gonna, that kind of pissed me off. The last 2 books that are in my TBR list, it's not my goal to finish it. It is my goal to finish it by like the end of September, beginning of October, but I won't be too mad on myself if I don't finish it. And this TBR list looks more doable than my previous one, which I think I only was able to finish like less than 10 books from what I remember. Can you guys guess how many books I read within a month? I read 4. So anyways, the next book that's in my TBR list is Captured by Lauren, and this is a dark romance book, and what I've heard is that Lauren is a very unhinged writer. Don't know much about this book besides that Lauren is a very unhinged writer, and she does have other books too that are pretty good, but I decided to get Captured because it looks smaller. And the last book is actually books 1 through 5. It's in one big book and it's called the Mindfuck series. I've heard a lot of good things about the Mindfuck series. I had trouble looking for it, and then I realized that it was all in one book, so that's why I couldn't find like individual book on Amazon at least. I heard a lot of good things about it and I'm really excited to start this, and this is also another dark romance. By the end of this month, my goal is just to finish Fourth Wing, Haunting Adeline, and Twisted Hate. Those are like my top 3 priorities at the moment. Let's say I finished those 3 books within a week or 2. I still have like 2-ish more weeks of September. My goal would be to finish reading The Selection and The Song of Achilles. Let's say I finish those 2 books within a week. I still have another week, and then like beginning of October, I would want to start reading and hopefully finish Flawless, Binding 13, and the Mindfuck series. Like at least book 1 of the Mindfuck series. Captured and Twisted Lies and Iron Flame is an October thing, honestly. So yeah, my main priority is these 5 books at the moment. A dark romance book, 2 romance, 1 fantasy, and 1 like Greek mythology historical fiction book. I am gonna attempt to finish my TBR by the end of this month, and today it is September 10th. I personally think I will be able to finish the 3 books that I started at least, and then get into these. Not sure if I'm able to tackle the other books I've showed you guys, but you know, I have a goal. So that is all on my TBR of September, and I'm hoping to finish it by the end of September, if not beginning of October, like the first week. Let me know what is on your TBR list, and also what book you're currently reading, and what is your favorite genre. For me, I personally really like romance and dark romance at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to tell me what is on your TBR list and what book you're currently reading and what's your favorite genre. And follow me on my social media, is down below in the description box, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified whenever I upload. So that is all for today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.